Alrighty, YouTube, it's your boy Zxous, and we're back with another Goddess of Victory Nikke video. And in today's video, we're going to basically be using 2B and D against MODERNIA. Realistically, this video is just 2B versus the MODERNIA for the World Tour. But I'm like, why not just use her with D and then call that the video, rather than me doing a showcase of 2B against MODERNIA and then another video of 2B and D against MODERNIA, right? But D actually doesn't help out 2B in any... I was getting confused there because I kept saying MODERNIA. I was like, wait, what? But that's the boss's name. But D actually doesn't support, 2B in terms of stats, but she does actually help her out in some type of way. Now, maybe I might say this is dragging it. I don't really think so because it's actually true. But, the fill burst gauge instantly the moment a boss pops up. That's going to be perfect because the faster that we can get to 2B's third burst skill, where we get that massive, basically 50% max HP buff on top of the 17, on top of the 8%, the stronger she's going to get quicker, right? So with D, essentially we get there into the burst skill rotation quickly. Now, D is not going to be supporting her in any other type of way. When you enter a full burst, she just affects herself. The only thing she has AoE realistically is the fill burst gauge of all allies. And then she does have, what's it called? The damage parts to, bosses or enemies, whatever, but that's to attacker allies. And because 2B is not an attacker, it's not really going to matter for her. So we're literally just going off of the simple fact that we can start off the match with our burst skill, which will just make it that we can get in to the rotation faster. So this is the comp. We do have Rapunzel here as well, because Rapunzel, we just want to heal her this time. I want to go more of a safe route here, but should be able to do it. We do have Dorothy on the team as well, so literally if we can get to that third burst skill real quick, then we will be fine. But we're going to see how this works, because we're actually going to be, going for the core without, D using her burst skill, like breaking the core without D using her burst skill. So we're going to see how that works with this type of comp. It should be good. Yep. Golded yeah, you could kind of see how the HP just could check, like gets chucked down, right? But we should be fine. We're going to block here. Keep going for the core. It's broken now, so we're good to go. And then I guess we could try our best to go for these. Oh, okay, well, use Rapunzel's ultimate, which is not what we wanted, but it's fine, right? I didn't want it to use the ultimate for a thing, but it's fine, right? But now we just attack. Not really gonna matter to anybody else, literally, besides D, because she's the only attacker on the team. So there's that. But overall, now we're going to already be in the second phase of the burst skill, helping us out a lot, right? I think MODERNIA is an easier boss, right? I mean, the bombs are just like what you kind of have to avoid, but with our max HP being increased heavily, I think we'll be able to survive them even if we did get hit, realistically. So that's just my take on it, though. But yeah, you can see with our max HP increase, I believe we have 2 stacks right now. She has the highest damage, right? Survival. Yeah, so the next burst skill we use of 2B, then we'll be fully stacked up, and that will be the next rotation. So there is that. But yeah, it's really just simple, right? MODERNIA is not really a hard boss. You can use D. I know Master's on the team, but it's realistic. Like, I'm not gonna really use... I know that I made a video on alternatives, but if I have Master, I'm always just gonna use her with Master. I'm really not... Wait, let me see. So we're at 21 million. 29 million now on one boss, eh? Quite crazy. And then even if we take that, we'll be fine, right? So it's quite crazy. It's quite crazy, right? Overall, the boss should be dead now. Yeah, I don't know, right? I mean, I think D is helping there in not like in a massive way, but again, the faster we use our burst skills, the faster we get to our third burst skill, essentially. So 30 million from 2B is quite insane. That's damn near almost half. Yeah, that's literally almost half of MODERNIA's max HP 2B did herself. To be fair, she was really the only real DPS. I mean, Dorothy's there as well, but Dorothy, remember, her damage is coming about from everybody else's damage. And then D, I mean, D's whole purpose is to deal damage when attacking parts and stuff like that. She does have damage dealt, but it's definitely not enough to surpass 2B, right? I don't even think that's in the question. So yeah, you can kind of see how this comp works just heavily. I want to try maybe a comp without mask with D, so let's try that. I'll do it for the people who want to see something like that. So 1 second. So I even took Dorothy off this team, but we're basically running the Mary Noise comp, and I did put Senti in there as well, just because literally I want to have as much survivability as possible, right? So her shields are really going to come in clutch there. We still obviously do have D on the team, so we'll see, but I don't know if we're going to be able to break the core. I don't know if we're going to be able to break the core in time. We should, right? Now we have the HP buff from Noise. Senti is lowering the defense of Modernia. If you guys look up there, the defense is lowered. And then obviously 2B is just doing what 2B usually does. So there's that, right? We can kind of just break that, right? And we should be fine now. I think we will be able to break it in time. I mean, now we have our max HP increase. Okay, if we can break this in time, please. Break it. And we broke it in time. Nice. So we barely got lucky there. But again, if you have a team like this, which, you know, I think maybe the Mary is all I think people wouldn't have. But everybody else on this team you probably might have, right? And this is more of like an odd team. So if this team is something that helps you guys, obviously, against Modernia, then that's great as well, right? And then again, when we get to that third burst skill, that's where 2B will really start to cook in damage. So this team is really just going to be fine. We have your healers there. You have someone who has the shield to protect your Noise. Noise also heals herself. She taunts. So everybody on your team realistically will be fine, right? Even if you guys look there, right? Noise literally took damage, but her max HP is increased by so much. And now we're just literally healing from Noise herself and Mary. So realistically, you don't even have to worry, right? She could take all the bullets as literally, right? As long as we're not breaking the missiles, it might take long, sure. But again, if you don't really have the team comps, this is probably going to be your best option, right? And we have this, like, this team works, right? It works, right? So I'm glad, you know, there's other teams that work even if you don't have masked, right? Literally, I don't have to worry about, okay, well, now she's going down. But when we use our burst skill, she's just going to heal up, right? If you guys look here, boom, now we're healing. We just have to wait for thing. Okay, well, we're good now. I had to block there just in case because Senti's burst skill was done. But now 2B is already fully stacked up, right? We have 1, 2, 3 max HP increase, and that's it, right? Because I guess the full burst is, that's it, right? But yeah, I mean, realistically, you shouldn't be taking the damage like that, but I'm just doing it to show you guys that, you know, we can. It's really just Senti, like, what's going on here? And then boom, you could block that, I guess, right? But you want to be blocking it, right? So it might take long with Modernia for this team, but it will beat it, right? You guys can kind of see nobody's really taking damage, if you want me to be honest with you, right? Nobody's really taking damage, and even if you are taking damage, you're most likely not going to die. Remember, my Noise, I'll show you guys after this run what my skill levels are for these characters so you guys could kind of see. I think realistically my 2B have the highest skills, being at 786. I believe that's what she's at. But yeah, we see we're barely gonna kill here. Like, we only have like 15 seconds left on the clock, so 2B literally has to just wipe there, which she did clearly, right? And then we beat it within just 10 seconds left. We beat it. So yeah, it was a bit close match. It was a very close match, right? It was a very, very close match. Obviously, we could have beaten it faster too. I feel like if we had the extra stats, like, I'm gonna actually wait. Let's see, 41 million, and it's expected, right? I mean, 2B had her third burst skill active like for majority of the match, so of course it's gonna look that good. But let me show you guys my build and you guys would see, right? I think like a lot of them had level 0 gear, like level 0 gear, only level 5 here. This is my skill levels. My skill levels, the gear all level 0. My gear overload skill levels level 5, the gear, and then obviously all level 0 gear, the skills, and the cubes. Here are the cubes. So if you guys want to run this team for Modernia, if this team could get you far, you know, maybe at least that 8 clear guaranteed, then by all means use this team. But yeah, obviously D and Modernia, D and 2B, fantastic comp when it comes to Modernia. Would I use it as my main team? Probably not this exact team, but the Mass, Dorothy, D, and then Rapunzel team, probably. I'd probably use that comp for Modernia. But you guys let me know what you think. Hopefully this was helpful for people who have, you know, these characters. I think besides the Summer Mary, this is more of a realistic comp for players. Because D you can get anytime. 2B is currently out. You can get her anytime. You can get her anytime. This is the only character you can't get anytime unless you're playing during her time. So, but there's, again, like I said, if you watch my alternative video, there's literally replacements. So it's your boy Zxous. Let me know what you think. I think it was a great comp. We barely won that last match, but we did win. So let me know what you think. It's your boy Zxous. I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.